In this video, we are going to find the domain of f of x equals the square root of x minus 2 all over x plus 1 times x minus 5. And we're going to write our answer in interval notation. So how do we start to find the domain of this function? Well, we see in the numerator, we have the square root of something, so we want to make sure that that something is greater than or equal to 0. So what we want to do is make sure that x minus 2 is greater than or equal to 0. Now, if I add 2 to both sides, I get that x is greater than or equal to 2. Now, the next condition I want to check is that the denominator is not equal to 0. So I want to check that x plus 1 times x minus 5 is not 0. So when is it 0? Well, it's 0 if x plus 1 equals 0. So if I subtract 1 from both sides, I get x equals minus 1, and it's 0 if x minus 5 equals 0, so I can add 5 to both sides to get x equals 5. So what this tells us is that if we don't want this to equal 0, then x cannot be minus 1 or 5. So now we have these three conditions, that x is greater than or equal to 2, x is not minus 1, and x is not 5. Now notice, for x greater than or equal to 2, minus 1 is less than 2, so it does not fall in that interval. So we can forget about this condition of x not equaling minus 1. And 5 does fall in that interval. So if we draw a number line, we have, let's say, minus 1 here, we have 2 here, and we have 5 here. Our first condition tells us x is greater than or equal to 2. So that means that it's everything above 2, including 2. But our denominator tells us that x cannot be minus 1 and x cannot be 5. So how does this look in interval notation? Where, well, we have square brackets around 2, and we want to go to infinity, but we have to exclude 5. So we'll go from 2 to 5 and put curved parentheses to exclude 5, and then we'll take the union from 5 with, again, curved parentheses because we want to exclude 5, and we go all the way up to infinity. So this is our final answer in interval notation. If this video is helpful, feel free to like and subscribe.